What up, YouTube? It's Ty with Ty's Over the Hill Adventure, back for weeds part 2. So if you remember my last video about 45 minutes ago, I was showing y'all the weed removal. You remember all the grass and crap that was there? It's all gone. Of course, it doesn't last for very long. My next video, I gotta show y'all how to tie them up and get some of the extras out. If you can see, some of them I have more than one tomato per stake. Just got to go through and get them chopped out. So I took most of the weeds out. I still got a couple piles I'm gonna have to pick up. See one right here. See, I did in between, which I'm gonna go through with some of that landscaping paper and put it down later on. Mango tree. That's one reason I think next year I won't be doing this flatbed style garden. I'm gonna be doing mostly raised beds. So here's most of it. You can see all the weeds mixed in there. There's a lot more weed than dirt, but we're not gonna get rid of the dirt either. So what I'll do is I'll come in with a torch or something to burn and cook all this dirt. And burning those weeds actually help the soil, and I'll spread the soil back to even it out. You could cover it for a couple weeks. That with a black tarp, so no sunlight gets in there. That'll kill a lot of it. I don't want to wait a couple weeks. So let's do our garden tour. You can see my broccoli starting to grow a head. It's a little bitty head. My cabbage is over there looking good. These are just extra plants I had left over. I said if something dies or something needs to be replanted, I have a go-to for my maters. And there's my potatoes growing real nice. Hopefully that box will have a good bit. It's another mango tree. Hopefully I'm gonna leave them outside this winter. Hopefully they survive the winter. You know, it is a tropical tree. Onions and garlic over there. Onions ain't starting to bulb yet, but I didn't plant them till a little bit later. It's an apple tree. Have to show y'all my very first apple. You can see more tomatoes. My iceberg lettuce is starting to curl over and make a bulb. The romaine lettuce is ready to pull, so it's ready to harvest those. I've been through pulling a lot of the big leaves off of my pepper plants. Pull all the little bulbs and the flowers, if there's any flowers. Mainly haven't been letting them get to a flower, but if you can see that little bitty bulb before it flowers, just take it and pick it off. Got some beets in there. All I do, you see I got a couple leaves here. It could be just take my fingernail and pinch it off. Don't throw them back in the garden. You don't want them to, in case they had some kind of disease or bug on it. Same with all the tomatoes that I pulled that had doubles or triples. I just threw them in my bucket and take my bucket to the burn. Some more broccoli here. It was just leftover broccoli. If they start getting away of my peppers, I'm gonna pull them. Some watermelon. Oh yeah. See my 101 corn. I didn't grow 2 varieties. I didn't want them to cross-pollinate and give me some crazy corn. And this is, hopefully you can see, but this is my kiwi bush. And I actually had some kiwis growing, if you can see them. This is the first year I'm getting little baby kiwi flowers, which that's been growing for almost 3 years and never got it to start spitting out like this and giving me flowers. And this is my apple tree, and it looks like I got a couple apples. I don't want to put the sun in your face. Got some white cucumbers and some pickled cucumbers and some big cucumbers. I actually didn't grow a whole lot of cucumbers because it seems like when I grow a lot of them, they get the powdery mildew a whole lot faster. And then it's hard to get airflow. You see this one's starting to flower. I don't want no flowers in no cucumbers right now. I want this thing to grow. When it start producing suckers, I'll go through and pull some of the suckers off. That one's doing really good. See the, what is this? Curly parsley. That's just been here all winter. Starting to seed. There's my other, I'm building another trellis for my cucumbers to grow up. Got these little things they're called. I only know the Thai name, I don't know the American name. Pop bump. My mama gave me a couple of them when I was down in Florida. Well, there's you a quick garden tour. Tomorrow I got some more work to do. That's a grapevine. Maybe I can get some grapes in about 2-3 years. I'm gonna let it grow up and crawl along the fence. I need to get a couple more. My wife is loving the strawberries down there. They're producing some nice size all-stars. I had to show y'all that little setup one day. Well, that's about it for this garden tour edition of the weeds and how to rake them up. You can't really prevent them. But like I said, you get those raised beds and you can walk through this raised bed and there won't hardly be any weeds in it other than other stuff I'm growing. I mean, you'll find a few of them here and there. But, I mean, I don't spend no time in the raised beds pulling weeds. And these are little onions. And some beets. I'm going to try to do some pickle beets. Well, YouTube, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all.